안녕하세요. The sea. We really wanted to go along the sea, which South Korea can offer us, with cycle paths along the east coast. And we did not regret it. And in addition to the wonderful cyclotouring, there are these welcome encounters with the Koreans. This calm morning atmosphere with a good coffee. These temples with impressive details. These friendly fishing villages. And who says fishing says seafood. So, do you fancy cycling with us? Welcome to this third and final episode of our 6-week trip to South Korea. We remind you that we started this journey by crossing from Seoul to Busan, here in red, which you can see in this first video. Followed by a tour in the southwest from Gwangju to Jeonju, here in purple, available in this second video. And here we are for this video, see the route in blue, to do part of the east coast starting at Samcheok for a 150 kilometers route to Sokcho, with then a 160 kilometer return from Chuncheon to Seoul along magnificent rivers. So we set off for Samcheok, which we can easily reach by bus with our bags and bikes in the luggage compartment. On this October 9th, it is around 20 degrees, it is perfect for cycling. We discover on the coast a great variety of cycle paths. Here it goes from the track separated from all traffic in a heavenly setting to the track alongside cars or even trains. We ride on all kinds of surfaces, sometimes with a bit of sand, but never gravel. And from time to time, we have to share the road with Korean drivers who are generally courteous. We often forget to show less pretty areas like industrial districts, but here it is still well laid out and overall pleasant. And note that there are a few small hills, for example at intersections with motorways, or in a few rare detours. We are delighted to find campsites in abundance and open even in October with nights at 10 degrees. It is great to wake up to the sound of the waves and have our first meal in front of such a landscape. For lunch, there are plenty of markets or convenience stores, and once again, we often enjoy noodles with a new thing for us, hard-boiled eggs ready to eat. Another surprise! We were amazed by the countless restaurants with their gigantic aquariums. And we certainly cannot dispute the freshness of their delicious meals. Once again, the rhythm of cycling allows us to not miss anything of the artistic creativity of the Koreans in all its forms. And it is with a smile that we arrive in Sokcho, where several Koreans had advised us to take advantage of hiking in one of the most beautiful parks in Korea, Seoraksan. I guess that I'm happy to reach it by city bus, and once we have made sense of the timetable, we take a cable car to the summits. We are surprised to see so many people, to realize that it is one of the busiest holidays of this year. But this does not prevent us from enjoying a magnificent view. There are also temples in this meditative natural setting where people come to pray and contemplate this colorful artistry. Several trails allow us to follow the rivers, which we will do for the rest of the day. Back in Sokcho, two large lakes are surrounded by cycle paths that Koreans and us enjoy in several ways. We loved Sokcho, and it is with our heads full of good memories that we say goodbye to the East Coast to take a bus to cross a mountain barrier and take another cycle path in Chuncheon, which will take us to Seoul and Incheon. And here in Chuncheon is one of the rare slopes that we have to climb from here to Seoul. And as we leave the city, we find again these magnificent cycle paths along the rivers. And along the way, we also witness several things that we have never seen on a cycle route. Like 1. A roof of solar panels above the track. 2. We literally cross a botanical garden where we have to be careful not to hit the visitors. 3. A tunnel that is so long that we even have time to meet some nice people, like this German whose beard length testifies to the duration of his journey. And 4. A guitar with a real bridge. Do you get it? It is when we see our first colored leaves on this October 12 that we feel like we are in fall, and lucky to find a campsite that is still open on Jara Island, a site known for its botanical garden that we visit on its last day. Two things will catch our attention. On the one hand, we find our Canadian flag in a section that highlights the help of the Allies during the Korean War. And on the other hand, our number 5, a tunnel covered with squashes. The next day, it is with mixed feelings that we find the Han River, which in some way announces our arrival in Seoul. We are proud to have made this magnificent grand tour of Korea, but disappointed to realize that we are approaching the end. Obviously, Seoul deserves to spend a few days visiting, but above all, what we liked the most was the invitation from one of our subscribers to the Freewheels channels to spend a day together discussing Korean travel. Thank you very much, Jay. We arrived in Korea in the rain, and that is how we leave it on our way to Incheon Airport. You will have surely understood by now that we strongly recommend doing South Korea by bike. What a magnificent trip! 안녕히 계세요.